Hi everyone, my name is Kimberly Linden, and I am currently in my second year at Cal Baptist, and my major is organizational leadership. Um, my desired position or career is to continue in the field that I'm currently working in. I am a senior personnel clerk for a school district, and I would love to continue to move in a direction that takes me into a director, executive director position. I do see myself as possibly an assistant superintendent for personnel as well. I have really great leadership. I have really great mentors. So it's been a really exciting time to be able to kind of really see the positions that I want for myself to be modeled back to me. So that is what I hope to continue to work towards as I continue on in personnel and get my degree in organizational leadership with Cal Baptist. So my leadership style is very relational and to be a woman of integrity and good communication. So one of the things that my bosses love about me, and they know, is that I'm a rule follower, but in the sense I'm very principle driven because I believe that everyone should be treated with respect, and I am not afraid to communicate in any way that I need to. So I love to build rapport with someone. One of the things that I was discussing with one of my managers this week was, in personnel, we have to say no a lot. And so it's really important to know how to say no in the right way where people can walk away from a conversation where they are being told no or where they're not necessarily getting the answer that they had hoped to have, but then still walk away with a positive interaction with, the person that they're talking to in personnel. And that's kind of my goal. And not just because I think that, I want to be liked or I want to build a relationship with someone because that's really important, but also because I want people to feel heard and I want them to know that they are important. And then I also, so just on the principle of making sure I do what's right, but do it in a way where I'm communicating well to someone to let them know that there's still desires and their concerns are still very important. So that's kind of my leadership style right now as it stands. And I know that there are many different qualities that I will continue to cultivate. And so I'm excited about that. I'm taking this course because it is one of my major course requirements for my degree in organizational leadership. And so I'm excited about it. And I know that I will learn a lot. I do feel that I communicate well. It is something that I do on a very regular basis. It is something that I have learned. I have learned over the last several years on what did not work for me, why relationships were suffering in a way that I didn't understand, and what it really came back to was how am I communicating? What am I communicating? One of the things that I used to do is I used to only take my perspective into a conversation instead of really seeing where's that other person coming from, what are their thoughts and beliefs, what might they be going through that day, that moment in their life. And perspective is a really important thing when you're talking about communication. So that's something that I've really worked on in all aspects, not only professionally but personally with my children and just my other personal relationships that I'm involved in. Some issues in work. I mean, I think that there's always issues that you might have when you are in workforce. And communication is something that, people, once again, perspective kind of gets in the way and they kind of see things the way that they see them. And it's hard to kind of see somebody else's perspective and why they think that way. One of the things I like to do too is I do that with my kids as well. So I have my almost 12-year-old, and he and his best friend, who is 13, they kind of get in some squabbles about it. Just really varies on the day and the mood. But one of the things that I really try and help them with is instead of just walking away and getting mad, always assume that person that you're in a relationship with has your best interest in mind. So they're not just being difficult or doing a certain action because they don't like you. And so that's one of the things that I bring to them a lot is how do we communicate and to communicate, not just walking away mad and not telling them why you're upset or maybe why your feelings got hurt. And I think that kind of helps a lot. So that way, when you really are able to communicate your feelings and really able to say, hey, this is my perspective, it's been really helpful and kind of just working on that cohesiveness and building relationships. And I'm working on that always personally, but it's something that I can definitely help my children with as well. What I hope to learn from this course is definitely lots of new communication or ways to build on my communication and leadership, because I think that there's always room to grow. I think that every situation is going to present us with something different, and I want to be able to really build that personal strength in myself to be able to take what I know and what I'm learning and to be a leader and just take the values and the concept of leadership and be able to present myself in a way that is able to lead. So I don't know, I'm really excited about this course. This is a really good chapter. So I'm hoping to learn a lot in that regard. All right, thank you. Have a great night.